record on this guy. Okay, so we set it all up.
Hey, I gotta restart Zoom, so I'm gonna jump off and then I'm gonna jump back on because it's being stupid. So I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, I'll wait for her to jump back on before I start talking about some stuff, and then we'll get going with some call to action stuff. We've been talking to Amy and Kevin a lot about business, obviously, and they've been giving us ideas and tips on how to grow the team and help people. Whoa. Oh, no. Big noise. But yeah, so they've been giving us a lot of ideas and help and whatnot, and that's kind of what we want to share about. So let me mute everybody, and then I'll just kind of share. I won't keep it super long, and then hopefully we'll have some chatting and ideas. Let me mute this. Okay, I'll mute it. Okay, cool. So, I mean, being here with them is awesome, but it's scary at the same time because Amy more than Kevin with it is always like asking, like, what do you do with your business? What do you do today? Who'd you set up a phone call with? Who did you send your invites? Like, have you hit Success Club? Or your coaches? It's like, shit, you can't hide, you know? You can't be like, oh, I'm not doing those things. I'm just going to go away. Like, she's there, you know? And she's really good at calling you out on your stuff. And if you can't handle it, then you're not going to be successful. And so basically everything she's been telling us is, you know, keep working hard, obviously, but finding the people that are doing the same things over and over today. And like, I'll tell her about coaches and like, oh, this person's into fitness, this person's that. And they're like, that doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter if they were a personal trainer or they know nothing about fitness. If they're in really good shape or they're in really bad shape. It does not matter because it's all about who wants to work hard enough and do the little things every day. Right? Because they said they've had tons of people who've been in the fitness industry who didn't do shit with the business because they don't work at it. They don't do anything. They're like, oh, I'm a personal trainer. But then they don't talk to anyone about programs. They don't add coaches. They don't get on team calls. They don't do anything. But then you have someone who has no business being in the fitness industry or building this business, and they kill it because they do what they're told and they do it over and over again, and they become successful. So they're like, it doesn't matter who they are or what they are. He hit the table because he got scared. It doesn't matter who they are or what they are, because if they're willing to work hard enough, you know, they can build this business. So that's kind of what we want to chat about. And it's real talk, you know, because people don't want to be told they're, you know, not doing what they should. And she calls me out. Like, I'm here in the flesh with her, and she'll say it. And you know, you got to be able to take constructive criticism, because she's not like pointing like you're a failure. She's like, are you doing everything you need to grow your business? And if not, like, what do we need to do to figure it out? Like, she's not like mean about it. She's just blunt. And some people can't handle that. Like, have you started a new conversation yet? No, well, I've been busy. She's like, really? You've been busy all 24 hours today, or you just don't want it bad enough? And some people, you know, when you tell them that, they're like, and cry and quit. But it's like, no, like, she's just telling you the truth, and either you can handle it and go, man, I need to work, you know, stop messing around, or you don't. And so it's truth bombs, and it's really coming down to being consistent with the 4 vital behaviors every single day. Like, they're 4 vital behaviors for a reason. Like, it's not like they don't work. And Sarah, what you post on the team page, like, you know, that's perfect. And I think what people do is they don't want to work hard enough, long enough to get the result. They expect it to happen overnight. And they'll work hard consistently for a week and nothing happens and they quit. Or they work 10% of the time for a month and nothing happens and they quit, you know? And like, that model and like what we've been doing is you have to work out, you have to talk to people. You have to share about this. You have to be positive. You have to do it every single day, every week, every month, and build that compound effect. And yes, there's going to be days and times when you have a bad weekend, or you have schoolwork, or the job is draining you, and you have a rough day where you don't work as hard or you don't work as much. That is perfectly fine, but you can't let that derail you from the next day. Like, don't carry it over. And And I love the sports analogies, and it's 100% true. And that's what I was talking about, and I get made fun of it because, like, with my attitude towards, like, keeping the even keel, but it's exactly like playing sports. You can have your game on Sunday, and you get blown out of the water. Like, it's not even close. You just get beat down. Like, you didn't know what you're doing. And you wake up the next day, and you can take that beat down to the Monday and go, man, I got killed yesterday, a failure, whatever. Or you can go, I got annihilated yesterday. I need to figure out why, how I can fix it, and start doing that today. There's only two ways. Like, you either let it affect you and it snowballs in this negative cycle and you just give up, or you learn from it. There's always something to learn from your mistakes, and there's always a positive in every situation, and you can always work harder, and you can always put more time and effort into stuff. And that's the biggest thing, like we see with coaches and coaches of all calibers and other teams, is the ones that are being consistent every single day with whatever they're doing, the ones that build the business, you know. And like talking to Caitlin on our call the other day, it doesn't sound like much when you go, I messaged 10 people. It could be a combo. It could be Facebook, Instagram, in person, 10 people. Like, that doesn't mean 10 people isn't enough. Well, in a month, that's 300. And in the year, like I said, that's 3,600 people you've talked to. That's a lot of people. And the odds, if you're honestly not saying like I scrolled Facebook and liked 10 posts, that's not what we're talking about, like 10 conversations. If you do that for 3,600 people in a year, I guarantee you minimum of at least 10 are going to be interested in what the hell you're saying. Like a 10 out of 3,600, that's a small percentage. So it's probably higher than that. But people don't want to put in the work is the thing. And they don't want to make it a priority. And you really have to like sit down and look and see, you know, like how bad you want to get to Emerald, how bad you want to get to Diamond, if you want to make this a part-time thing, a full-time thing, like where you kind of want to take it, you know, and see what way you want to grow. And obviously we have huge goals and dreams, and we talked to Amy about that and be like, I want to get to 2-star so I can open my second business center and pump volume on my weak leg and get to the new leaders conference so I can learn more and help my coaches out, you know, and say, okay, well, you got to do this, this, and this for this, and this amount of time. And you got to do it every day. And you're like, shit, whoa, that's a lot of work. And either you go, I got this, or you don't. But I mean, like looking, I think it was last week's team call or leadership call or one of the two, that talking about like, you want to be inspired by the stories of successful coaches, but you want to believe that you can do it as well. Like, I mean, it's cool if someone's like, oh, you guys are great, move to Puerto Rico, it's so awesome. But then they don't think they can accomplish the dream they want. Like Sarah, you know, talking about that job she's got over in the Pacific. That's a crazy big move. That's different, you know. But if she didn't believe she could do that, like if somebody else did that, she'd be like, oh, man, I would love that. But I could never do it. And she won't, you know. And that's the same thing with life and with coaching, you know. Someone could see us and be like, oh, man, I wish I could move to Puerto Rico. So lucky, while they're sitting there watching Netflix all night. Going, man, they're so lucky they got there. I'm like, bullshit. You just watch Netflix for 6 hours instead of working your business. So that's why you can't go there, because you're making excuses. Like that's the only difference. So you have to work, but you have to believe it and see it, you know, like you have to believe you can do this. And when you start believing and you start asking questions, like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do every day? Like, somebody said this. What do I say to them? What should I post about this?
That's why it's important also to like immerse yourself in like the Beachbody culture, and like listen to all the national wake up calls from however long ago they started. I think they started in like 2012. Like when I was going through that rough patch of me trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this business, I started doing more personal development, and we read The Slight Edge, and I started listening from the beginning all of the national wake-up calls, because that started getting me thinking of like all these people that were having success and listening to their stories of like how they've gotten from where they were to they are now, and it's like, well, why can't I do that? So
yeah,
I mean, it's
you have to look at it and go, why can't I do that? I'm no different, and then figure out how, because you know that's why I said like
you can want something like forever, but it's not going to change until you actually decide to put your wants into actions, basically.
Exactly. Like you have to, like we were talking in the car, like so many people say, I know, I need to do this, I need to do this. Like stop saying I know and start doing it. And the thing is,
we're guilty of that too. Like
we said that too, but you don't see it right away. That's the thing that Americans are so bad at, especially is they put in the work for a little bit of time and they expect to see this huge growth. And when they don't, they quit. It's like you need to put in a lot of effort for a long time. And then it happens like with the compound effect, you know?
Well, similar to like what I posted about my income from last year to this year. Like I was literally making, I had like $0 in my, like I was making nothing some weeks. And now going from, what was it? Like I made $170 something in October last year. And this year it was almost 1,000. So it's like that growth, but it took a year to get there. But if you're willing to put in that same amount of effort that you did for that 1 year, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, imagine how, like, this is a long-term business. It's not going to just show up.
I think the biggest thing, and that's why personal development is one of the better behaviors, it's all up here. It's all in your freaking head. It really is. Like you have to stop.
Limiting beliefs.
You have to stop doubting yourself. You have to stop making excuses, all this stuff. And I can relate it to a bunch of different stuff, but like, that's why I've said on my videos, like, don't tell me I'm lucky, because that just pisses me off, because it's a lot of hard work. And I've had people say, I'm lucky with this business. Like, you're so lucky, you got to move there. And like with my running, like, oh, you're so lucky. You're good at running and you can run so fast. I'm like, oh my God, like, wake up with me at 5 a.m. and come run at 5 a.m. Like, that's what it takes. You know, it's not luck. It's work. Like, I don't just snap my fingers and run fast. Like, it's a lot of suffering, but it comes down to it. I'm out there running and stuff like that. It's all in my head. Like, that's why I do like my post-run thoughts video, because sometimes I'll be running and these are my real thoughts. Like, why are you running at 5 a.m? It's hot out here. Your feet hurt. I'm hungry. This is stupid. Just quit. Give up. Stop doing this. Like, in my own head, and you have to battle it. You have to be like, don't stop. Just keep going. And this is the same thing. You're going to have days like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But that's why you have to have personal development, because you have to believe in your why, and you have to reach out to the team and post the struggles, because people float away when they're struggling.
This is a team business.
Yeah.
It's not something, I mean, you can more than welcome, like, try and do it by yourself, but it's going to be freaking hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's impossible to do it by yourself, because to grow your business, you got to get coaches. But I sign up Sarah as a coach, which she is my coach, obviously, and like, oh, cool, I got Sarah to advance my business, but I'm never going to talk to her or help her out because I'm doing this on my own. Well, that's not going to happen, because I want Sarah to be successful. Plus, if I never talk to her, how can I help her out and help my business out? So it really is a team business, and we got to be doing stuff together and motivating each other. And I think people forget that it is hard sometimes, and it is a job. You know, you got to make this a priority. Everyone has their priorities in their life, and you know, like, and that's perfectly fine. But you have to make this business and this job a priority as well. Like, there's people on this team that have never been on a team call, not a single one. Never seen their face. And I get messages from them, be like, man, I'm struggling, like, help me out, like, I need to hit Success Club, I need to grow my business. And like, I mean, I have a lot of advice for you, but you got to show up. Like, you know, you can have everything laid out for you, and you know, you got to put the plan into action, and it sucks sometimes. You know, it really does suck.
Well, it's like going to school. Like, if you want to get a degree, you have to show up. You have to go to your classes. You have to do all of that. If you're not going, then how are you going to learn anything? And obviously, you're not going to pass your test because you're not showing up.
Mm-hmm. And it's really coming from a place of like support and success, because it's not like there's no failure. Everyone that's on this call still is not a failure because you haven't quit.
You're still here.
The only time you fail is when you quit. So you're not a failure, you know. And even us, we can always be better. We can always be doing more. Like, that's why we ask a ton of questions, and we pick Amy's brain, and we talk to top coaches. Like, we still message people all the time, like, how are you hitting Success Club 20 every month? I struggle to get 5. how do you have 7 diamond coaches? It took me a year and a half to get one. Like, I'm always like, tell me how. It's not like I can't do that. I want to know how I can do that. And this is the same exact thing. Like, if you want it, ask the questions and figure out what it takes, but then you have to put the plan into action. And it's different for everyone. Like, some people get in real quick. Some people it takes a long time. Some people can hit Success Club 5 easy. Some people it's a lot of work, you know? Some people are really good at getting coaches. Some people are really good at running challenge groups. Some people are really good at doing videos. Some people are really good at doing just great make you think posts, you know? Like, we all have our strengths.
Have our strengths and our skills, and that's what you need to figure out what you are good at and what your strengths are, and you have to like work with that. If you're good at something, then do that. Like, don't try and worry about this other stuff right now.
And we all start in the same spot. Like, I don't think, none of these coaches, Nadine, Sarah, Caitlin, none of them were here when we first started. So you guys didn't get to see like what we post, but like, if you would have saw what we shared in the team page and what we post about, it's completely different than what we do now, because we didn't know what the hell we're doing. Nobody does when you start, you know? You're like, well, this is what Cam told me to do, so I'm going to do it. And you try it, and maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. And then out of the work comes something that works for you. And you're like, well, I'm going to do it this way. And then it grows for a little bit, and then it plateaus, and then Caitlin tells you something that works for her. And like, I'm going to implement that in my business. And it works, and it grows again, and then you figure out something new to add. So that's what we do too. Like, we're always adding new stuff, and if something doesn't work, we change it. If something's working great, we're like, keep doing that, because you're always adapting yourself. But again, it all comes down to believing in yourself and getting out of your own way, because we're bad at that.
Well, and you're constantly
really bad at that.
Like, when you grow up, you're constantly being told like, you can't do that. Like, no, don't touch the stove. Don't do this. Don't do that. You can't do this. So like, I can't is ingrained into your brain. And so it's hard to get out of that mental state. And that's why personal development is so important, because you're literally like trying to flip your brain's way of thinking. And if you're not doing that every single day and implementing that into your everyday activities, then you're constantly going to be stuck in this state of mind of, I can't do something. Whether you think, I don't know, like, even if you might think that you're not thinking that way, you are.
Yeah. Like, you get in your own head.
You do.
A lot. Us too. Like I said, on my runs, I'm always in my own head. But, I mean, I'm really uber competitive, and she knows this, and Sarah knows this too. We went to school together. She saw it firsthand. But I get motivated and driven when people tell me I can't do something. Like, and it works against me sometimes, because if you know that, you can reverse psychology in my brain and be like, Cam, you can't run that fast. And I'll be like, screw you, I'll show you. But it's a good quality to have, because that's a motivating factor. When somebody says, you can't quit your job. You can't move to an island. It's too expensive. How will you make money? How will you get there? How will you do this? You can't travel for a living. You can't live where you want. When people say I can't do something, I just give them the big, like, F you. Like, okay.
Major motivation.
Well, and that's the stuff that I think of when I'm running and I'm doubting myself. I think of that stuff.
Yeah.
I think of the people that tell me I can't. Like when I'm like, God, my feet hurt, I need to stop running. I think of the people that be like, you'll never be able to run half marathon, or you'll never be successful. That fuels me. I'm like, okay, this is why I can't quit.
So basically, you just need to find what fuels you.
Yeah.
And what lights your
fire. You know, and with this too, like, this is what gets lost too, is this doesn't have to be a full-time career. Like, you don't have to quit whatever you do if you're doing something else to be a full-time beach bike coach. That's your whole life. You know, that's not what I'm saying either. But to find success with coaching, you find your why and your motivation, and then figure out where you want to take this. You know, like,
it gives you that extra freedom to, like, maybe start your own business or go travel or whatever your real dream is.
Whatever you want to take it, you know. And it could be something as simple as, like, I want to be a vet and open up my own vet office, but you don't have the money. You can't afford to go to school. This Beachbody pays for your school and to be a vet, so you have your own vet business.
Or you pay for your kids to go to college or pay off debt. Like,
you want a nice car, you can pay for your car.
It's totally up to whatever you want out of the business. Like, obviously, we want this to be like our full-time thing, but if that's not for you, then that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But you just need
and the
time.
reason why it is our full-time thing is it's all we do,
I
obviously.
know,
But the reason, a big reason why is because you're in control of your destiny. You know, you don't have a boss. There's no rules. Like, we're able to take this anywhere we want. So we can travel and still work, and we could do fit clubs, and we could teach classes, we can do motivational speaking, and
Airplane.
airplane. Pause. But it's really how you make it. You know, like you're in control of this. And the thing you need to look at that's tough sometimes is when things aren't going right, or you're not having the success you want, or what's going on. You need to look in the mirror and realize that it's all up to you. You know, like if you want something bad enough, you control the situation, and that's cool in a way because you have the capacity to change it. But on the flip side, because we've all been there and I'm still there, it's scary because it's all on you.
It's scary and
because,
it's hard.
like she was saying, like when you say you're so used to saying I can, well, you're also used to always have somebody tell you what to do. And this isn't that way. Like, we mentor you and can provide tips, but we're not there with you in your office or
and you
at
don't
home.
get in trouble if you don't do it.
Yeah, there's no consequences. The only consequences is there's no success or growth in your business. You don't have, like, I'm not there in Caitlin's house being like, okay, it's 11, go send invites. It's 12, go work out. Like, that's all on her to do it, you know? Like, we laid the foundation and give you ideas, but we're not there in the flesh being like your boss, because we're not your boss, being like, okay, it's do this, do this, do this. It's all 100% up to you, and that's cool because you control it, but at the same time it's scary because it's all on you, you know? And you got to realize, like, you have a great capacity to build this business, to build your life. You're in control of your life, and that's why the team culture and atmosphere is awesome, because no one, and if they do, they're out of the team, but no one will ever tell you you can't do something, because we all want some crazy ass dream that in the real world that people are all negative and unsupportive will be like, you can never do that, and you get beaten down and you don't. But you can come in this atmosphere, we're all a bunch of dreamers and want some cool shit. We're like, you want to own an elephant? Yes, you can. You can own that elephant. Yep. Petey, the Dumbo elephant. Like, yeah, whatever you want, you know? And then it's like, okay, I want to own an elephant. Where do I need to do that? And then you start the process of how hard you need to work and where to get there. But, you know, no idea is too crazy, but it's all up to you how bad you want it and how much you're willing to work, you know. And I don't know about you, but in all my other jobs, I've worked my ass off and gotten screwed over and over again until finally I was like, enough. I don't want to do this anymore. And I found this. I was like, so if I work really hard, I get rewarded, and the harder I work, the more I get rewarded, and I can make more money, and I can help people, and I'm in control of my job. That sounds like what I've been looking for 20 years. And now I'm doing it, and that's what's been built. There's no limit holding you back, only you.
Yeah, only your beliefs, your mindset.
Yeah. And it's all in a supporting thing, you know, like you don't ever be afraid to like beat a dead horse. I say it all the time and still people don't take advantage of it. But when we want to like set up calls and do calls with you or one-on-ones, or you want to talk, it's never like you're screwing up, you're a failure. It's like, what's going on?
What can
Let's
we do?
brainstorm.
Yeah.
Like it's bouncing ideas off of each other, you know? Like I didn't even think about, like when I was talking to Caitlin on the call, like, I mean, I had an idea, but until I talked to her and we were figuring out like 10 invites a day is comfortable, like, okay, let's figure it out. 300 a month turns into 3,600 a year. I was like, oh, damn, it's a lot of people. Like, but it all came from that call of like brainstorming stuff, and that's what happened. I was like, man, if you talk to 10 people a day, that's 3,600 a year. I could do that. Like, and if you talk to more, that's even more people. So that's crazy that I can get to that point, you know. But it, like I said, it's all onto you, and it's coming down and seeing the successful people, not just at Beachbody, but life in general, and realizing that they're no different than you. You know, like look at famous actors and athletes. A lot of them came from nothing, like no parents sometimes, or drug addict parents, live in trailer parks, no money, and now they're making millions of dollars a year. How did that happen? Is they just kept working until it happened. Like It doesn't matter if you were well off or you're under off or you're an only child or you have a bunch of siblings or you had money, you had no money, whatever. You can do anything you want if you work hard enough and keep doing it until it happens. You know? So, anything else?
No, I think that was pretty good. What's my message?
I feel motivated.
It's 9 past, like right on the dot.
I want to work hard right now. I want to
That
send
was a good call.
I want to send invites right now.
Yeah.
I hope that, yes, that was recorded. Sweet. Did you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about or what you're struggling with or what's working or anything? Like, this is all for all of us. We try to provide stuff to help that's helped us from like leaders and then passing it down the pipeline, you know? Try to share as much as possible because it's helping us and we're really evaluating our business right now to try to get the next level, and it's scary. I mean, it is, but you gotta do some crazy shit to be more successful.
Yeah. Well, I think like I think we're all like at that point, like we're really gonna start. The team's gonna take off soon.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of like
it's
pressure building in like the dam, like it's just waiting to burst. You just need that tiny little crack in the dam to explode it. And I think that's the team right now. Like everyone's waiting to like blow up, but you're just kind of a little afraid to get there, and you just need someone to like tap it. I think that's where it's at.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's my biggest.
You're
my
the
favorite.
You're the poster child for that because that's not my story. I have no problem with that. I'm going through all the time.
Doing uncomfortable things is good for you because it means you're growing as a person. You're making changes. It's good.
Yeah, and we're gonna go live about this probably the next couple of days, but also like what you're uncomfortable about or afraid of, it's usually never as bad
as you think.
Because everything that people told us about moving to Puerto Rico, all the negative stuff, none of it is true. So, but if we were afraid, if we listened to people, oh, there's bugs, big bugs. We get here, not really a lot of bugs. A couple tarantulas. What do you freaking do?
They're little though.
Yeah, they're little. Like nobody speaks English at all. You're gonna hate it. Everybody speaks English. So it's like, yeah, that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not as bad as you think. But yeah, if you guys want anything to add or chat or brainstorm, like,
feel free to unmute
yourself and
not,
chat or not. Up to you. Either way. What's up? Super bad. That's right.
We need to watch a movie. We haven't watched that in a long time.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we're excited to get to that point where we do have diamonds on the team and we can start doing diamond retreats and take you guys places.
Yeah.
Probably bring you here.
Yeah, and what would be cool, because we're still going to, even though it's a retreat, we're still going to work. We're going to brainstorm ideas, but when we do leadership calls and team calls, maybe it'll be Nadine, Sarah, and Caitlin on the computer with us, and people are like, holy shit, they're there. I remember them being on team calls. Now they're there for the retreat. Like, that'd be pretty crazy. Pretty crazy cool, though.
Yeah, like we've said many times, we don't want to be the only ones, like, I don't know, being, like, I mean, we're not even, like, we're not super successful yet.
Not even close.
So we don't, when we do get to that point, though, we don't want to be the only ones up there.
Yeah.
We want all of you to be there with us.
Yeah.
So.
I want to brag about you, because I've bragged about myself plenty in my life.
Yeah. We
Sarah
want to
knows
brag
this
about
too.
other people that have been able
She's
to
like, yeah.
make the change.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Right, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I think that's exactly. Yep,
Half
I'm
hour.
31.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys don't have anything to add, we can just
Yeah.
end it.
And
And
if you have any questions or remember something after the call, just write it in the chat.
Yep. But you guys are all
Doing awesome.
killing it. You know, it's just it's like we said, put in the work and then keep doing it. Like everyone's doing their own little challenge groups or figuring out ideas that's working for them, and you just gotta keep.
Yeah, just
keep
find,
the grind,
just
you know?
really figure out what you want out of this business and then do that.
Yeah. And what works for you, you know?
Yeah.
Like this isn't saying work 15 hours a day because everyone's busy, you know? You fit into wherever you can and you just keep replicating it.
Yep.
Like what you feel good about, what's fun, and what works.
If an hour a
just
day
keep
is what
doing
you
it.
can do, okay, do an hour a day every day.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like,
Yeah, because there's some really successful coaches
got started out just
start out like moms going to school, jobs, would work an hour a day, and then 2 years later, they're making like $2,000 a month, and then it snowballed to where they're like, oh, that's as much as I make at my other job. Quit their job, and then kept doing it, and now they're in the Millionaires Club, starting at an hour a day, and it's snowballed. So, awesome.
Cameron.
Yes.
Do you want to see where Saipan is?
Oh, I heard, so I like was zoning off for a second, and I heard like, do you want to hear like where penis is? I'm like, what?
No.
Saipan, yes, you can show me where.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Also, Nadine, what are you cooking? I think I saw cheese.
I saw cheese.
I'm making Tyler's lunch for tomorrow.
I did see cheese.
You did.
Okay.
I knew cheese when I see it.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Yep, this one. Okay. I had to Google map it. It's right here.
Okay, Philippines, Vietnam.
So this is Taiwan and Philippines.
Where are we?
Yeah, right?
Dang.
So if we go this way,
Okay, there we are.
there's Hawaii.
Wow, you are
That's
kind
crazy.
of out there.
And then
There's Oregon.
here's Nadine. She's up here somewhere.
Oh, I'm further inland a little bit, closer to the Alberta border.
Okay, here's Nadine. She's over here in the mountains.
Down there, yeah.
Over in this area. She's in this area. And then, yeah, I'm here. And then you guys are over here-ish. There you go.
There we are.
Yeah. It's a long ways. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Hey, so when we were kids, Cameron, did you know that I almost moved here to
Really?
Saipan? Because Mom got offered a job and then she didn't take it. And now I'm like, you crazy lady, it's beautiful there. What's wrong with you?
Well, now it's like coming around full circle.
Yeah.
You are meant
But look,
You can maybe.
here's Australia.
Yeah. Hey, you're close. You're close to there.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if they want to wait till June.
And I don't know about you guys. I'm sure it's the same all around. But you know, the people that are genuinely excited about your crazy ass ideas, usually they're pretty happy and stable in their own life. You know, like that Saipan, you know, is different. Like you don't hear of people moving there, but if someone is really comfortable with their life and love what they're doing, you'll tell them that and they're like, hell yeah, go for it. You can do it. But if they hate their life and they're not happy with their at, it doesn't matter if you say, I'm going to buy a new car tomorrow. They're going to tear it down. So that's why it's like so important to surround yourself with people that have a positive mindset, because so many people are going to say, nope, you can't do it. That's a dumb idea. Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And you could not do it because so many people said no or it's negative. But people that are like excited and like, what do you need help with? How can I help you? What do you need to do? That's the people you need to talk to. Because I mean, 95% of people, when they found out we wanted to move to Hawaii, the reaction was negative. Some reason why it wouldn't happen or why we shouldn't go there. And there was just like a small few that were like, that's cool, do it. But everyone else was like, money, island, expensive, vaccination, whatever the heck reason. And that sucks. That's the way society is, but that's why it's so important for us to do what we love and follow our dreams, whatever it may be, to show people like, yeah, you can be happy and, you know, go after stuff. Because like, we always joke about going to like family gatherings or birthdays. Everyone bitches and complains about their job, like, because that's normal. I did it for years, and now the circle of talk comes around to me. They're like, wait for me to complain, and I'm like, I'm pretty good. I like what I do. I'm happy, so I feel awkward now. Next, because I don't have anything bad to say. So be different. Be different, because normal sucks. Normal sucks big time.
Yeah.
Be different. We should get shirts that say that. Normal sucks. Be different. I like that.
Alright, we can do that.
Hashtag tasty.
Cool. Well,
Cool.
thank you everyone who got on, and Annie hopped off, but she had to.
Yeah, she had a work meeting.
Yeah, just keep plugging away, and remember, this is like a crucial time of the year. Get you set up with January and all the New Year resolutions on those people. So
And what always happens too is when you're doubting yourself, when you're having a rough time, usually that's right before something positive happens. For whatever reason, I don't know
Like
why
the
that
universe
works.
testing you.
Yeah, it's like telling you how much you can handle before they give you like something really positive. So if something's going really bad, just keep pushing through because something good happens right after. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Me in that. Oh,